welcome back. We have with us right now Ty Burgess with One CBD and Hive Wellness, and he's here to talk about all the myths of CBD, the benefits of CBD, and he's going to tell you about his start of this new, I guess it's a business called Hive Wellness, and then we'll give you Ty's contact information in just a second, so hold on to that. But let's first get into CBD myths. Okay, I've heard so many different myths about CBD, so can you tell us the top myths about CBD, and can you help debunk some of those?
Yes. Number one, it's not marijuana. Okay. Even though it's cannabis. Right. So it has a trace amounts of THC in it, which we remove. Number two, it will not make you high.
Okay.
Number three, it's not addictive. Number four, it's legal in the United States and you can travel with it.
And you can travel with it. Yeah, I just got back from going to the airport and I was thinking about that with the TSA, you know, what you could go in and what you couldn't go in without, because in California, obviously weed is legal here, but it's not in a lot of other areas of the country. So you have to be careful if you're planning on traveling with that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, and what are some of the key points of CBD that a lot of people don't know about? I know we have a lot of listeners that might have any of the same things that we've already talked about: depression, trouble sleeping, anxiety. I feel like overall nervousness. I guess that's part of anxiety, but can help with this. So can you tell me about some of those benefits?
Well, I can't make any of those claims, but I can talk to you about the systems that CBD does affect. So,
okay. Thank you.
So CBD interacts with the body's cannabinoid receptors. So we have two types of receptors, CB1 and CB2. It's part of our wider endocannabinoid system. And CBD attaches to these receptors and allows the proper signaling between your endocannabinoid system, which regulates communication between all the body systems.
Mm-hmm.
So like CBD1 receptors are primarily in the brain, right? So that's like motor activity, thinking, motor coordination, appetite, short-term memory, pain perception, immune cells. That's what CB1 receptors control. And then CB2 is more peripheral. So it's like your gut, your kidneys, pancreas, skin, cardiovascular. So that's why there's so much confusion with CBD products, because there's a lot of illegal claims,
mm-hmm.
which we can't make, but the receptors affect those things. And when we nourish the endocannabinoid system with CBD, it helps balance that system and allow for proper signaling. So I can talk about it in that way. So it really is an amazing compound. Now, you want to be aware of the different types of CBD products. So there's three types of CBD products. Number one are CBD isolates. So that's just CBD. Okay.
I'm sorry. It's what? CBD isolates is what?
Just CBD.
Oh, just CBD. Okay.
So those are sometimes synthetic and you just get the benefit of the CBD.
Okay.
Now, the hemp plant has CBD, CBG, CBN, and they all work a little bit differently. Plus all these compounds we call terpenes, and there's chlorophyll and wax and all this stuff that we remove. Now, so the cheap ones are just CBD isolates, which a lot of people buy and they don't get results. And they're like, it doesn't work. And then you have something called full spectrum, which has all of the CBD, CBG, all of those individual cannabinoids.
By the way, I'm pretty full spectrum.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And that has trace amounts of THC, typically not enough to show up on a drug test, but less than 0.3% compared to 20 to 30% for marijuana. And there's something in the middle, and it's kind of the best of all worlds, which we have is called broad spectrum. So what we do is we remove just the trace amounts of THC and leave everything else intact. So we have CBD, CBG, CBN, terpenes. We remove all the non-essential plant compounds such as chlorophyll and wax. So it leaves you with this beautiful, clean product that gives you all the benefits of a full CBD product without the THC.
Okay.
Right? For those that are employed or military or what have you, or just don't want THC.
Or operating heavy machinery.
Yeah. I mean, even if you use marijuana, if you're in a state that is legal, CBD is a great addition to that to help balance out the body.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, so for those that do toke on the ganja every now and again, you know, there's sativas and indicas, and one means a body buzz and one is a head buzz, and there's blends. Does CBD have that same kind of structure? Is there a way you can have a sativa or indica, or does that not even play in the CBD?
So with marijuana, that's primarily based on the THC and other compounds in the plant. So Like indica is like real heady, or indica is like indica, sorry. So like grounds you and it's good for sleep, and then you have sativas like real heady, and then you have hybrids in the middle.
Mhm.
That's primarily based on the effect of the THC. So we don't look at our products like that. There
Okay.
are different strains. So we primarily use a strain called cherry wine, which is phytocannabinoid rich. So it's rich in those other cannabinoids outside of THC, which make it so potent.
And it's called cherry wine?
It's called cherry wine. Is primarily
Oh.
the strain that we grow in Colorado for our CBD products, and it's cherry wine hemp. So there's different kinds of
Ooh.
hemp too. So you have industrial hemp, which is used for like clothing and rope and fuel. And I mean, hemp can be used for all kinds of things. And then you have phytocannabinoid rich hemp, which is grown for our purposes of for CBD.
Okay. And so now we'll get into one CBD. It's like, I've seen in the market, they have these gel caps. There's all these different CBD products. These it looks like oil drops you can kind of put under the tongue. So tell me about, I know you have 14 different types of products. Kind of tell me about your products and what the differences are between each.
Yeah. I probably won't have time to go into detail with all of them. So
That's
on our
okay.
website on onecbd.com, there's a quiz you can take there to determine which products are appropriate for what you're trying to achieve. But all of our CBD products use the same CBD oil. Right. So it's just a matter of form and flavor or any additives that we might have. So topically, we have two products. One is a sports cream, which has a lot of different mint oils like menthol, etc., and
Mhm.
CBD in it. And so it's good for skin health and for after working out, for muscle recovery, etc. And then
And
we have,
some intimate massages. It feels incredible. It's got the cooling factor.
yeah,
It is amazing. Yeah.
I love it. So that would be this product. This is our broad
Oh yeah, and
spectrum.
I was gonna tell everybody that's listening to this podcast right now, if you have a chance, you can actually go on and watch the podcast. That's right, we're a vodcast, baby. You just go to outoftheclosetpodcast.com and you can see the visual there. In fact, Ty is coming to us from his shoe closet. Behind him is all of his amazing shoes. And if you log onto the vodcast, he's gonna be holding up products here that you can see. But you can always find all of these products on his website at onecbd.com. All right.
Yeah.
So what was this first product you were showing?
So this is the sports cream or lotion.
Okay.
Right, and this is just good for skin health and sunburns. It's awesome, or for any muscle and joint discomfort.
I
But
like
if,
it right behind. I like it right behind the ears. Right here is a little massage. You kind of smell that mint. It makes you feel like you're at a spa resort.
I love it. Yeah, so all of these were custom formulated by our scientific board. So we have pharmacists on our team and chemists, et cetera, that formulate all of these. They're all clean, all organic. We don't have any unnecessary additive ingredients. And then we have a salve, and this is for those needing that extra relief for muscle and joint discomfort. It's also good for rashes, post-cosmetic procedures. I use it as a lip balm, cuticle moisturizer. Some people use it for intimacy. So those,
Let me tell. Okay, I'm gonna stop on that for a second because I've used this product too. The salve is amazing. I use it. Yeah, on cracked lips, it's incredible. If you have dry skin on the top of your knuckles, so you don't, look like you have aged old knuckles. But
yeah,
you can also put a little downstairs. Around, well, I'll just be honest, around your anus, and it definitely takes sex up a notch.
mm-hmm. Yep. We just yeah, and it only has 5 ingredients. It's got beeswax, MCT oil, lavender, eucalyptus, and CBD. It's not latex friendly though, just FYI.
Okay, well,
So
that's good to know.
use it how you please. So it's very universal. And then orally, you want to, if you're having any, if you need to be calmer, if you need better rest at night, if you're getting keyed up during the day, um, if you're having discomfort in your muscles and joints and want to treat that systemically,
Hmm.
um, not treat, use that systemically.
Yeah.
You can use oral products, and we have oils,
Okay.
gummies, and soft gels.
So
Right?
oils, and I don't know if it might have cut out gummies and
Soft
soft
gels.
gels.
Yeah.
Okay. And those
So
are all, so the oil is like a dropper, right? That you just put, is it
yeah,
underneath the tongue or?
you would put it under your tongue,
Okay.
right?
And then I've used that before. I've used all these products, I should just say, but, and then we had the gel caps, which are great because you take those, swallow those, or, what was the last one?
Soft gels or gummies.
Oh yeah, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, who can forget the gummies? Okay, the
Right.
gummies are amazing because they're these amazing flavorful. First of all, they're beautiful in color. They have all the colors of the rainbow, but they're really good flavors. You can just pop one in there. Chew it, tastes great, and you feel really relaxed. For public speaking, for me, actually, I feel like CBD is pretty amazing because even if
Yes.
you're going to go talk in front of somebody, just having that, it just takes the edge off a little bit. It kind of gets your jitters down. That's a claim I'm making, but I really do feel it's helped me in that regard.
Yeah, I mean that's a legal claim.
Okay, good.
I use it for public speaking and getting in front of large. It's helped me tremendously. So I know a lot of people that have had like social discomfort um, use this for that. So it just depends on what you're wanting to achieve. If you need something like really heavy duty, if you're trying to resolve a more serious issue, we have the soft gels, which are higher dose and they absorb better. They're water soluble. And then the oil can go under your tongue or in your coffee or tea in your bath. And then the gummies are good for during the day for just kind of in between if you might be feeling a little discomfort or a little keyed up. So, we have a chat on our website. If you need personalized guidance, just send us a chat and we'll give you a recommendation. And if it doesn't work, we also offer a full refund.
And I was going to tell you too, if for all you gay dog or parent, I should say fur baby owners out there, fur baby parents out there, there's also CBD products for the dogs. And we have a small English bulldog named Zara, who is a little crazy. She's very anxious. She's a little wild. And so we'll give her some of the CBD product and she mellows out and it's really nice, especially if we have like guests over. It kind of keeps her calm, gets her relaxed as well. So you have CBD products for pets as well.
We do. I actually give my dog the gummies because they're a little higher dosage. So the little dog treats are like 2 milligrams, and
Mm-hmm.
dogs actually and cats have more endocannabinoid receptors than we do.
Oh,
So if they're getting like a little worked up or having separation issues, you can give them the dog treats or the oil for dogs or cats, or you can give them the gummies. So these are 10 milligrams. So I give my dog one or two of these because he's a larger golden doodle and he loves them. So it just depends on what you need, and everyone is different. So you'll have to experiment with it, and it takes probably about a month. And if you're not really feeling anything, just go up in the dosage. You can go pretty high and stay safe. So you don't have to worry about like you would with medications where it's like you stay within a certain range. So you can titrate it based on your individual needs.
well, I was going to say, if you have any questions after this podcast is over, just head over to onecbd.com. Like Ty said, there's a quiz on our website so you can find out which product is best for you. You can also, though, chat on there. So you can, if you have any questions, just reach out via chat. Okay. So we have one CBD. Tell me real quick. I know we have just a little bit left in this segment, but tell me a little bit about Hive Wellness. I know this is another business you started. Tell me a little bit about
Right.
that and how you got started with that.
One CBD was our entrance into the market to really bring alternative solutions to people struggling from health conditions, right? So,
Uh-huh.
the reason for the business was to really learn what the market needed. And so during that time that we launched One CBD and during that evolution, we built up our advisory board and have scientists and pharmacists and what have you advising us and conducted a lot of market research. And the problem became evident really quickly, um, both between my own journey and the research, that we are in a healthcare system that is broken and really focused on sick care rather than well care. And so
That's
fundamentally,
right.
our healthcare system, it's impersonal, it's fragmented, reactive, and it ignores stress, which is the primary driver of disease and cost.
Right. And it literally is, I know stress affects every single person. And especially now in this world we live in where everything is so fast paced and American society in particular is crazy.
Yeah. So, during that process, we said, what can we do in addition to our products business to bring prevention and healing to people that it's not sustainable. And I'll just give you a couple of statistics if you're curious about that, like the
Yeah.
state of our healthcare system. So, 6 in 10 adults in the US have chronic disease, like
Mm.
diabetes or heart disease.
Yeah.
4 in 10 are on have two or more chronic conditions. And, our annual cost for chronic disease is about $3.5 trillion in the US.
That's
It's,
crazy.
it's, it's, yeah. So it's like, come on now. And, the healthcare cost is growing at about 6% a year, which is about 2 times inflation. And it costs 17% of our GDP. So about a fifth of our spending is on healthcare. And in the last 4 decades, our healthcare cost has risen by 31 times. So it's going to reach a breaking point. So we said we have all these brilliant people on our team. We have a different perspective, both because of what I've gone through and the research that we've done and the relationships that we have. So how can we take the hypothesis that chronic stress is, and it's proven, is the primary driver of chronic disease and affect change? So we launched a division of the business called Hive Wellness. And what we're doing is predicting, preventing, and managing chronic disease risk using artificial intelligence and other methods. So we have just gone live with our first software platform, which is sold to,
Woo!
thank you. Yeah, it's the Hive Predict. And we take health claims data and we work with managed care organizations and health plans and employers to predict chronic disease onset 12 to 24 months ahead of time versus waiting for them to get a diagnosis by a physician and then treating the symptoms after the fact.
I see. Okay.
Right. So we're not feeding that information to the employers per se, because of course you don't want them to discriminate against their employees, but we worked with the third parties that they work with, such as managed care organizations and brokers, to identify who those people are and then stratify that as a group so they can buy the appropriate coverage. Insurance is kind of complex, but it's about getting the appropriate coverage and getting people into the right programs ahead of time. So versus waiting on a physician to diagnose who's at risk for going into a metabolic state or diabetes or heart disease, and why can't we put them in programs earlier? So that's
Right.
the first part. And we're also developing Hive Prevent and Manage. So in addition to putting people in these very specific programs around disease states, we want to address chronic stress as the root of chronic disease. And there is currently not any platform or service that does that outside of like the Calm app, which is like for meditation, or
Right.
these telehealth for psychiatry or psychology, which is after the fact as well. So
Right.
you get, your body gets in this, the world is different today than it used to be. Okay. So like social media,
I'll say.
yeah, it's stressful and we're not really made for this. So we get in this loop of chronic stress, which leads to inflammation, which leads to almost all chronic disease, 75 to 90% of chronic disease. So we're building a platform which will have health coaches, self-paced learning, a clinically vetted marketplace for products such as CBD and other supplements that have been vetted by our physicians on our team and pharmacists. And then, eventually we'll have telehealth visits for functional medicine, which looks at the root cause of disease. And what we're trying to do is shift the curve left, or flatten the curve of chronic disease by addressing chronic stress early for those people at risk.
That's amazing. And I know our primary focus today was to talk about CBD and onecbd.com. But for information on Hive Wellness, where can people go?
HiveWellness.com.
Oh, what a great name. All right. So you can go to hivewellness.com if you want information on that. And like we said earlier, if you want any of Ty's incredible CBD products, you can go to onecbd, that's spelled out onecbd.com, and you can find it there. And Ty, if somebody wanted to get in contact with you directly, how could they get in contact with you?
They can email me at tburgess, TBURGESS at onecbd.com, and that's onecbd.com. Or
Okay.
they can send a message to hello@onecbd.com.
All right. And you guys are also on social media. What's your social media channels?
One CBD Live on Instagram and Facebook.
All right, perfect. And I'll provide all this information at the end of the show today, so you'll have all that again if you didn't get a chance to write it down this first time. Well, hey, Ty, thank you so much for joining me on the Out of the Closet podcast today. Hey, before we go, of course, it's my pleasure, and thank you for coming on. Hey, before we go, I like to play a game with all of my guests, and I was wondering, could you stay for a game?
Of course.
All right, awesome, good. I'm glad you said that, because this game is gonna be a lot of fun, because we are all in the mindset of Zen and wellness and well-being. This game is gonna be called Namaste or Namago, which means I'm gonna hold up some photos of some places and or situations, and you have to tell me if Namaste, meaning you would hang out and have a gay old time, or Namago, meaning you would go and leave that situation. Okay?
Okay.
All right. There's literally no skill required for this game. But for every correct answer you get, I'll give you 3 points. But for every wrong answer, you have to get a tattoo of an eggplant emoji somewhere on your forehead. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Honestly, the points don't matter at all. This is just a fun time. And at the end, we're going to eat our weight in tasty CBD gummies. Okay.
Yay.
All right. So this is going to be called Namaste, Namago. All right. So if you log on to the vodcast at Out of the Closet podcast right now, you can see some of the images I'm holding up. Otherwise, I'll describe each image and then you can tell me whether you namaste or namago. All right. This first image is of a drag queen. This is drag shows, which are opening all across the U.S. now. Would you namaste or namago to a drag show?
Oh, namaste.
Namaste. All right. Namaste for a drag show. Okay. What if you're at that same bar or any bar and a bar fight starts, like a big brawl, bar fight?
Oh,
would
namaste.
you namaste and see that shit?
Everybody likes drama, just not my own drama.
Yeah, you can sip a drink from the sidelines and watch. All right, namaste or namago? A couture fashion show.
Oh, namaste.
Namaste. Checking out all those men. Look at those. Look at that attire. All right,
Yeah,
namaste. Now let me see if you're still wanting to be a wall or a fly on the wall for this. Namaste or namago to the Republican National Convention.
Yeah. You really need to ask that question?
Yeah. I'm curious.
You know, I might want to namaste to understand. Try to understand. I like to try to understand other people that are, because I ask that of myself too. People understand me.
I mean,
so.
I would be the same. I would like to be there, but it would be one gigantic eye roll the whole time. I'm sure.
I don't endorse a lot of that thinking, but yeah, I'll observe.
All right, namaste or namago, an all gay resort.
Oh, namaste.
Namaste. It doesn't matter if it has clothes or clothing optional.
Weren't we born?
Namaste either way. All right. What about donuts when they're brought out? Namaste or namago?
In the winter, namaste.
Oh, oh, for the hibernation body?
Yeah.
All right. Namaste or namago? Kirkland's, the store that you see at the mall. Kirkland's. Namaste or namago?
Namaste. I probably won't buy anything though. It's high.
All right, Kirkland's. And then how about this? Namaste or namago? Would you ever namaste at an hourly motel?
Namago.
Namago. All right. Sounds good. All right. Namaste or namago. Would you stay for the credits of movies? Do you stay to the end credits? Or do you
Namago.
go? Namago. All right. And then last and final, the space station. Namaste or namago?
Namago.
Woo! Awesome. I just saw SpaceX land the other day and that looked incredible. It sounds like a lot of fun. So that completes Namaste or Namago. You got a perfect score. So you don't have to get an eggplant emoji tattoo on your forehead. So don't worry about that. I just wanted to say thank you again, Ty, for coming on the show. I hope you had a great time.
Yes, I did. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you to the podcast's official urban medicine man, founder of One CBD, and all around amazing friend of mine, Ty Burgess. And if you have any questions about CBD, about Hive Wellness, about One CBD, or holistic living in general, please feel free to contact Ty directly at The Urban Medicine Man on Instagram. You can direct message him there and talk to Ty directly if you want to. For information on One CBD, to order your tasty CBD gummies, gels, lotion, and more, and to see the full story on how Ty started One CBD, visit their website at onecbd.com and get a recap of today's segment and links to One CBD, Hive Wellness, and news articles used in this story. Just log on to our show's website at outoftheclosetpodcast.com and look for that information. Thank you, Ty. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the week, and I can't wait to party with you when we go to our gay cruise next year.
Uh-oh. Bring your salve.
Yes, I can't wait. Oh, I will bring the salve. Woo! Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. All right, guys, what springs to mind as the stereotypical gay occupation? Okay, is it ever a computer professional? Do you automatically think IT when you think of typically gay jobs? Well, actually, there's a study showing 10 times more homosexuals are in the computer industry than are in the stereotypical fashion industry. Not only are there more homosexuals, but more of them are out and lobbying for progressive company policies such as domestic partner benefits and equal and fair treatment. In fact, in the early 90s, a number of gay rights organizations had sprung up at high-tech companies. For instance, Gleam, or the gay and lesbians at Microsoft, and Apple has its own LGBTQAI plus community called Apple Lambada. But I want to tell you about Digital Queers. Yes, Digital Queers was founded in 1992, and it goes beyond company policy issues, linking the digital revolution to a network of gay organizations. Digital Queers grew out of the informal social network of gay and lesbian high-tech professionals milling around those computer industry trade shows. In particular, the San Francisco Macworld Expo in 1992, where co-founders Tom Riley, the director of strategic relations at Supermac Technology, and Karen Wicker, a marketing manager at 3DO, wanted Digital Queers to be more than just a queer old boy network. Yeah, that's right. They work to bring gay-oriented nonprofits up to speed online through modems, Power Macs, AOL software disk. Yeah, remember those things? And just different email tutorials. So this is back in the early days where, organizations and the internet was brand new, basically. And some of these LGBT organizations were having a hard time getting an online presence. So Digital Queers was there to help. Actually, Digital Queers' initial goal was to bring the gay rights movement into the digital age by applying the powerful tools of high technology to regional, state, and national grassroots organizations. And it just took one glance at the ailing computer network of the Washington-based National Gay and Lesbian Task Force, the NGLTF, and Riley knew that's where he needed to start. Digital Queers gave the NGLTF a technological root canal, replacing a decayed system of pathetic aged Intel-based PCs with more than $200,000 worth of donated equipment and consulting services. And that was back in 1992. Then they worked tech show floors such as the Macworld Expo in San Francisco, talking to friends, colleagues, and strangers who would agree to donate equipment, time, and money to these organizations all across the US. Digital Queers then evolved into a high-tech consulting firm, fundraising foundation, and email-based grassroots network. A techno-savvy gay movement is not only more efficient, Riley says, it also provides an advantage over the well-funded media barrages of conservative news outlets and other anti-gay groups and organizations. Now, luckily for us, as we've progressed as a society, the need for gay employee groups started to dwindle, and newer organizations came on the scene with non-discrimination policies and domestic partner benefits already in place. And as nonprofits became more digitally self-sufficient, Digital Queers and its email address book effectively dissolved and became part of GLAAD by 1998. To learn more about Digital Queers, plus to see links and articles used in this segment, please visit the outoftheclosetpodcast.com. That's outoftheclosetpodcast.com.
It's Mystica Masala, owner of the most famous drag queen food truck and the winner of the Great Food Truck Race on Food Network. Now you can get my extremely tasty Mystica Masala spices and spice blends. The same spices we used in my award-winning dishes featured on Food Network, even my famous tikka masala blend and my savory and spicy tandoori blend. Plus, my free recipes on the back of every package. Just log on to dragfoodtruck.com. That's dragfoodtruck.com. Enter OOTC at checkout for 15% off.
Hi, I'm Ty Burgess, founder and CEO of Cbd, and I'm here to talk to you about bringing some balance back into your life, because everyone knows we can all use a little balance right now, and we have a special offer for Out of the Closet listeners today. To learn more, visit us at onecbd.com. That's ONECBD.com, and use discount code OUT for 50% off your first order. I'm so confident that you'll love adding CBD to your routine that if you aren't completely satisfied, we'll refund your entire order. No questions asked. onecbd.com. Take our free quiz to see which product is right for you. That's ONECBD.com.